go.
Yep.
It's a goal!
Hi, everyone. I'm sitting in the darkness, just like Aaron Rodgers is right now, wherever he is, waiting for him to make a decision. It's been a long, drawn-out process. The Steelers have been rumored to be in on it. The Giants have been rumored to be in on it. And we don't know, do we now? But hold on, I gotta upload something. I'm very ill prepared for the show. But I think he should go to the Minnesota Vikings, if you ask me. That should be where he go. Oh my God, I fucking hate this browser. Sorry. You know what? Actually, I think he's going to go to the Steelers, but I can't play this fucking... Oh, I know what to do. Anyway, Tree's coming. Just relax, everyone. Tree will be coming. I don't know when. I told him we said that we're going to do a show. And then he's like, yeah, let's do a show. And then I text, and then I set up the show, and he's not here. And then I'm like, hey, dude, you know, are you going to do a show? He's like, I'm editing. Uh-huh. Okay, Tree. He's editing, apparently. All right. So when Tree gets here, we're going to go down all of the hold on, I'm distracted. This is why the show is called Dumpster Fire. Because it is one. We've been doing this since 2017. 7 years. That's why we have 25,000 subscribers in 7 years. Because we don't know what we're doing, and we never have. We've never known anything as to what we're doing here. All right, let me look at the NFL complete list. There were some moves today. Free agency moves and trades. The Jets released who do they release? Here he is.
Hello.
Who's that fat yinzer?
Yeah, I was too busy being late and indecisive like Aaron Rodgers in this free agency cycle. So I thought we were doing one this afternoon. I didn't get a response. So
I know, but he didn't sign. So I was just like, let's do it. You know, I knew you would show up, but this is a real life dramatization of what's happening right now.
Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season. Uh-oh.
all I'm gonna say, Brett Favre has come out and he has said he is encouraging Aaron Rodgers to play for the Vikings. And this is the NFL.com saying this. This is not anything that I'm mentioning right now or anything along those lines. This is the NFL.com. Brett Favre encourages Aaron Rodgers to play for the Vikings. Do it.
Mm-hmm. And he also says, yes. He says he also wants to know if Aaron Rodgers has sent a dick pic to one of his Jets coworkers yet, male or female.
Minnesota, think of it this way. You're going to guarantee yourself an NFC championship game. He'll throw a terrible interception to ruin their chances of winning, but he's going to get you there.
Yep.
You haven't been to the NFC Championship game since 2018. Come on, Vikings.
It's the only way that the
wanna do
Packers
this.
will win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love is if Rodgers goes to the Vikings, or else the cycle is broken. Right?
Exactly.
All right. What do you
Yeah.
really think he's going to sign, though?
I mean, I honestly don't hope he signs with the Steelers because honestly, I think he's cancer. I want nothing to do with him. I don't think he's that good. Quite frankly, his mobility's destroyed. He might have the arm, but unfortunately, the Steelers don't have the system to really support him in place. And quite frankly, it's like, what's it going to do? Is it going to lead you to a wildcard loss? He didn't do much for the Jets.
Yeah, it's clearly a 1-year situation too, right? Like it's one and done. The Giants see him as Kurt Warner from 2004 to come in and mentor either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders or Jackson Dart or whoever they think is worthy of being the JJ McCarthy in this deal. And he's just not, he does not fit the Steeler culture either.
Here's the thing. They're getting desperate. I mean, the problem is the Steelers don't really have a culture anymore. I mean, you brought in DK Metcalf, and quite frankly, he has the same receiving and athletic profile as George Pickens. I don't know if they re-sign him after this year.
Do you have a site that has all the transactions, not just the trades or not just the free agents? Because I want to go down like each one.
Yeah, absolutely. They have league transactions, NFL transactions. Yeah. Actually, this is one. It's not.
Who got released? The Jets released.
Yep, CJ Mosley. They released him earlier today. The problem is like he had just he had been injured for the most part.
He opted out of the COVID year, and then he played like a quarter of a season, and then he hasn't been really on the field, but he was their defensive captain.
Definitely. Looks like it's just some guys being released. I'm just trying to find out, like, here, top 100 free agents. This will do. So here are your top free agents right now. And it shows Russell Wilson and his high knees. It's sad when I'd rather prefer Russell Wilson than Aaron Rodgers, because quite frankly, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson is Carlton Banks, but more insufferable. Aaron Rodgers will deliberately destroy a culture and a franchise. He's holding several franchises hostage right now. Not just the Steelers, it's the Jets, or not the Jets, the Giants and the Vikings.
Yeah. Well, not really, because if you lose out on Aaron Rodgers, are you really losing anything?
No. We'll just go get famous Jameis. He'll be fun. He'll throw like 4 picks, but he'll be fun.
I'm just waiting for the Lord to deliver me from throwing pick sixes.
Oh, it's the most glorious thing in the world.
I love Jameis Winston.
I'm just praying for
the Lord to
deliver me from pick sixes. Like, I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes.
So good. So good. Before we get into this, David Thering, Tree/5. If A-Rod chooses New York Giants, Pittsburgh, that time I died in a butane explosion and got reincarnated in some goddamn fantasy world. But then I started a successful business selling mana and mana accessories. Yep. You could be a dude outside of Giant Stadium just selling mana. Like, some guys sell t-shirts, you could just sell mana and chakras. Connor Akers. Yes, and ayahuasca, but I think you would get arrested for that. Connor Akers, Aaron Rodgers should sign with the Las Vegas Athletics of Sacramento.
They're still calling them the Oakland Athletics. It's like the San Diego Chargers and Washington Redskins.
What a fucking insult, dude.
They finally spend just to get their revenue sharing money. That's the annoying part.
Fucking annoying.
But it's just
that's right.
Yeah, I've got Nick Kovacs over here, so that's why.
Oh, Nick is there. Nick. Yep. God damn it, Nick.
What's up?
You're living in his house now, huh?
Yeah, I know. He wanted to
film. Shouldn't you be editing, Nick?
Well, he just got here. Let him relax.
All right. It's so
He's
rare that
gotta
another
be
human
second
being is in
away.
your house. Yeah.
I know, right? It's very rare. A human being
Oh,
in this
Bates.
house, in this
Mhm.
economy.
In this economy, Bodies 2002 or Bates. Tree, would you make a top 10 or 15 NFL draft bust since 2000 for clickbait? I know you can throw some
Ooh.
great names in that list.
There could be some interesting ones there. And
I mean,
you'd have to
Jamarcus has
go
got
like,
to be the greatest.
oh, Jamarcus
right?
will be there. Charles Rodgers will be
Rosen.
there.
Josh
Vernon
Rosen
Golston.
Vernon Golston. Isaiah Wilson is a huge
Isaiah
one.
will be there. I mean, Okuda could be there.
Yeah, Jeff Okuda. I mean,
Yeah.
talent-wise,
Chosen
he's there,
Rosen.
but injuries. Chosen Rosen, yeah, I said him. Gosh, Trey Lance is pretty bad.
Luke Jokel,
pretty
Deion
bad.
Jordan.
Zach Wilson.
2012, 2013. I mean, it's full of those guys.
Yeah. MKI Sports counting down the days till A-Rod goes to Pittsburgh. It's happening.
I'd rather die. I'd rather die. Justin
Euro
Gilbert.
Flambe. Update on jersey number 4. Number zeros have signed it and down to about 10 left for collecting all the Browns QBs as cards. Also, I hope you got the videos I sent 5. Was that on Instagram that you sent those? I think so. I'll check them out. I've been very busy. I haven't got on the Instagram in a while. I'm gonna film some reels tomorrow.
I've really been on the Instagram.
I'm gonna film some reels tomorrow. All right, let's go down these fucking
buddy.
moves, man.
Sam Darnold.
Well, these are who's
$100 million.
available. Okay.
$55 million guaranteed. So this is last team. Sam Darnold was the number 1 free agent, which is all you need to know.
Right.
Definitely
one of the signed.
And not just that, it's they traded Geno Smith to the Raiders for a 3rd round pick, which here's my thing. Geno Smith isn't going to win you a Super Bowl, but what's the difference between him and Sam Darnold besides being a few years younger? That's my question.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but Seattle, they're not impressing me with their moves.
Yeah. Well, DeMarcus Lawrence isn't a bad pick. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I mean, It seems like they're just making moves for the sake of making moves.
That seems like the move to make.
Yep.
I mean, the Vikings, it seems like they're all in on McCarthy. Like they're just like, all right, we couldn't get past who whipped their ass? Philly?
Philly. It was the Rams and Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
I mean, those games cost Sam Darnold his job.
Yeah,
and tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, and now they're just like, oh, we're just going to go in on a rookie. I mean, it worked for the Commanders, so
they were going to start McCarthy anyway, but it was the injuries that did him in.
Yeah,
that's the
who knows. We don't know if he's any good. We have no clue.
Well, nobody does. I mean, that's the reality of it. He had 1 pass in the preseason, and then he tore his meniscus.
Chai T. Higgins goes to is retained.
Yep.
With the franchise tag, though, that's like kind of weak.
Here's the thing: the Bengals are signing everyone but their big names. So Higgins is on the franchise tag. Jamar Chase is going to be getting paid a lot more money, and not just that, it's also Trey Hendrickson is potentially on the move too, because situation where Trey Hendrickson will be going for a 1st round pick plus.
Hold on. Firestar, he asked, what's your favorite ligament? Mine is the ligament. You have a ligament.
Well, no, you're more of a sugma than a ligma.
The sugma ligament?
Yeah, you're more of a sugma, quite frankly.
Nah, you're a ligma. All right, Josh Sweat signed with the Cardinals. I don't know. That he seems old.
It's not. He's not old. He's being reunited with Jonathan Gannon. That's the reality.
Yeah,
I'm not.
But it'll be his 3rd team, right? Wasn't Sweat?
Yeah. Well, I think this is his 2nd team. And the thing with Sweat is that he got signed by Philly, drafted by Philly. Came in under Gannon, and Philly chose to bring back Zach Bond, which was the right move. So they had to lose a couple guys. No replace guys in their O-line.
Yeah, you read down these ones. Just tell me which ones you think are interesting.
Well, Trey Smith and Ronnie Stanley. Ronnie Stanley got brought back for
That's a
$20
good
million
deal.
a year.
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, he's been injured for a good bit, but still, he considering certain other tackles that have been on the market, solid deal.
Mhm.
Milton Williams. This is an interesting one because he was originally going to be signing with the Carolina Panthers, but got one-upped at the final moment, got paid more money by Mike Vrabel and the new Boys Club Patriots for 4 years and $104 million. Because the Patriots have had huge questions on their defense. Like, they need somebody besides Christian Barmore in their interior. But same thing as well. The Chicago Bears have been really bolstering the offensive line. Joe Tooney got traded. Jonah Jackson got traded. And then Drew Dahlman, who took less money, I believe, to come to the Bears. I mean, they're solidified at tackle, but the thing is they need guards and centers there. DJ Reed is another big one as well, going to Detroit. So that should be called cornerback number 2, 3 years, $48 million. I want you to ask this question. How do you feel about Javon Holland? I mean, that's a pretty big get for you guys.
I don't know much about him. Like I know we had trouble in the with safety last year. I mean, we were getting fucking torched.
The secondary was mess.
The secondary was terrible. After you let McKinney go, but hopefully they start reacquiring pieces to run a more that 3-4 system that they claim to run. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like we did very many splash moves, but we might take some more depth on defense after we get a quarterback.
I mean, not just that as well. You did a lot with your secondary. I believe you signed a few more guys too. So
down the list.
Down the list. I'm trying to find out because I know you signed a couple corners. Paulson Adebo.
Yeah.
Is one of those.
But these guys aren't world beaters,
Of course, but you need depth.
And then we gave Darius Slate. Then we gave Darius fucking Slayton Saquon Barkley's contract.
Well, that's
which is a little misleading. Which is a little misleading because a lot of contracts are they have more guaranteed money. A contract could be 3 years, $36 million, and only $10 million of it is guaranteed, and that's the first year. Like NFL contracts are a bunch of ifs.
Well, I mean, the only thing guaranteed is the guaranteed money. Otherwise, you're either restructuring it or you're trying to force it. Or if you're Kirk Cousins, you get generational bag securing and you get an extra $10 million to go with the $100 million.
Yeah, for being on the roster. Yeah,
just for being a bench guy. I mean, nice job if you can get it, my man. Go get that bag.
If only I was, a fanatically religious Christian that could fucking chuck the ball down the field.
And you were pretty good at chucking that football.
Yeah, I could chuck that football.
Couple big re-signings: Zach Bond, Osa Digizua. I mean, I have to talk about the Cowboys later too because there's an interesting stat from them. And Chris Godwin is back, even though he's been dealing with severe injury. He's getting $22 million a season.
Jesus.
I mean, he suffered severe injury. Carlton Davis is another big one. That's JJ Reed is replacing him. Going to New England, $20 million a year. I don't blame him for taking that deal.
Did he do the Carlton when he signed the money?
No, that's a Russell Wilson thing. That's a Russell Wilson
I could see Russell Wilson just.
If he signs with someone like the Titans, because apparently they're supposed to be in. I mean, Russell Wilson's talking with a few guys. Like, he's going up to Cleveland to talk to them. He's going to talk to the Giants. And I mean, if they wait too long, they may lose Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers will be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going in the darkness and just retire. I hope he goes to the Vikings, though. Got to complete the cycle. Justin Reed going to the New Orleans Saints, which means the Saints are just restructuring everyone and getting their bonuses and pretending they can still compete, which is hilarious.
It's so stupid, dude.
I mean, Chase. They brought back Chase Young, and I think they brought in Jawan Johnson's back.
The Chiefs are losing parts, man. They are suffering from their success. I know they'll retool and they'll probably get going. They're going to contend next year, but they are losing parts from their core, and it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they'll somehow still make the Super Bowl next year by shits and giggles. As long as they have Mahomes, they're fine, and Chris Jones.
I like the Charvarius Ward move by the Colts, even though the Colts suck. But they probably
the thing is, Charvarius was never going to be brought back to San Francisco because of what happened with his daughter. I mean, it was just sad.
Yeah,
nothing he could do there.
Khalil Mack is
Yep.
this is probably his last year.
Yeah.
34 years old.
They chose him over Bosa, so I mean, damn good career. He's going to Canton. Yeah, Joey Bosa is the big cut. I mean, that's the last tie to San Diego minus fucking Spanos.
Yeah, where did Bosa go? He signed with somebody.
He went to
right?
Buffalo. He went to Buffalo.
That's right. He's ring chasing.
Yep. I mean, you can pick better places to ring chase than Buffalo, my man. Buffalo don't win rings. They just get second place.
But he could be the piece. He could be the piece.
If he stays healthy, that's his problem. It's durability.
But they tried that with Von Miller, you know?
But I didn't like the Von Miller deal to begin with anyway. They paid him way too much for a guy that was frequently injured, and that's what ended up happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the Broncos got a Super Bowl out of Von Miller.
Denzel Perriman actually was by proxy. He went to a few other places before he came back.
Now, are there any other? But there's still San Diego Chargers that are in the league, right?
Oh yeah, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
He's coming back too. He's coming back to the Chargers,
right.
So he's still in that situation. There are plenty of former Chargers still in the league. I mean, they're dwindling. It's been almost 10 years since they moved. So
San Diego Chargers roster.
Yeah, they should still be in San Diego.
Tell me more about.
Yeah, Josh Myers is going from the Packers to the Jets. I mean, that's a prove-it deal. Not too good. James Daniels, I mean, he kind of he was solid, but he got injured, and Mason McCormick took his job, so he's going to Miami to hopefully build that up there. Cam Bynum also going to the Colts. So once again, it's just the Colts defense was atrocious last year. They're trying to build it from that. But I want to ask you a question, Five. Danny Derps, Indiana Jones. And the Last Crusade to Indianapolis.
They're just using Burt Jones's name, right? Wasn't Burt Jones in Indianapolis?
Yeah, he was really good, and then he got undone by injury. Yeah. He was Baltimore, actually. So,
but I guess he. Oh well, yeah. I guess so. I guess he is now the official Indiana Jones. I guess.
And there's our native pop Colts fan. He's already drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. I know it makes perfect sense as to why Danny Derps went to Indianapolis. It's the same profile as Anthony Richardson because they're relatively similar quarterbacks. But I mean, it's supposed to allegedly push Anthony Richardson. But if AR can't beat this, dude, you're done.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Jones, I feel like, has a higher floor than Anthony Richardson.
All right, so the last San Diego Chargers team was 2016.
Yes.
I think Hunter Henry is still active.
Hunter Henry still active. Yep, with New England. He's still kicking.
This was 8 years ago. Okay, so only some young guys. 9. Joey Bosa was on that team. Jatavius Brown, is he still an active player?
I don't think so, but I know Keenan Allen's still active, so it's at least 3. There's probably a couple linemen.
Keenan Allen.
Let me look this up here.
Gosh. Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. Gosh, there's not many names here. Kenneth Farrow, is he still in the league?
Let's see.
Brandon Flowers.
Travis Benjamin. Melvin Gordon, Super Bowl champion. He's not in the league anymore. Dontrell Inman. Drew Kaiser. I think he's out of the league. Casey Hayward's been out for a bit. Melvin Ingram was still kicking for a little bit, but I think he's
Lambo, out. The guy who got
Josh Lambo.
Urban Meyer fired.
Yep.
Dude, there's just not many guys from 8 years ago.
Because there are a lot of guys who don't make it.
Manti Te'o was on that team. Holy shit.
Yep, as a 25-year-old.
Yep.
There ain't too many left, man.
Derek Watt.
Former Steeler Derek Watt.
He's retired, right?
I think DJ Flukers, he's out of the league.
Trevor Williams might be still active, possibly.
Hunter Henry, Jatavius Brown.
He
Trevor
retired
Williams.
after 2020.
Yeah,
that's
Kaiser,
it. There's not many guys.
Yeah, Kaiser's
not
been
many
out for
guys.
a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's just how it goes, man. It's a chew 'em up, spit 'em out league.
Brandon Mebane. Remember when the Chargers were number 1 in offense and defense and didn't even make the fucking playoffs?
Yep, because of special teams.
Yep. Wow. So only Hunter Henry, Joey Bosa, and Keenan Allen, I think, are the last active Chargers that played in
Mhm.
San Diego.
Yep.
Unless Brandon Flowers.
I don't
Nope,
think
Brandon
so,
Flowers. That
no.
was his last season. Holy
Yep.
shit.
It's a surprising move. San Francisco, other teams getting poached. San Francisco, they've had to shed a lot of pieces.
Oh, they're
Trey
gonna be
Greenlaw
bad.
coming off a torn Achilles, and
They're in full rebuild, and they're gonna have
problem
to
is they're
decide
stuck.
what to do with Purdy.
Ayuk might be getting traded soon. Christian McCaffrey's not going to be the same again. Brock Purdy's going to be demanding $55 to $60 million a year. Trent Williams is nearing the end of his career. It's getting dire.
Yeah, they should have held that 10-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Well, not just that, they shouldn't have gotten injured. Here's the one that perplexes me. Rico Dowdle was one of the lone bright spots of the Cowboys, and they let him go and brought in Javonte Williams, who hasn't been the same since injury. Like, what are they doing?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, all in. Here's a fun fact about the the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. If I can look this up real quick. It's like they haven't signed anyone to over $6 million a year since Greg Hardy in 2015. Yep, correct. Here it is. The Cowboys have not signed a free agent over $6 million per year in free agency since Greg Hardy, who threw his wife on a bound of assault rifles.
Yeah, he almost beat her to living death. Like, if they had video of that, he would have never come back. Like, from that, he like beat her within an inch of her life, and he gets another chance. Yet, there's people out there that have been accused of shit that aren't playing. And they've been acquitted of it. Trevor Bauer. All right.
Oh, Trevor Bauer. Always Trevor Bauer, man.
Yeah.
Always.
He offered to play for the Yankees for nothing, and they were like,
Well, so, yeah, it's one of those things where I don't think Trevor Bauer is getting back in the bigs.
Yeah, and the other thing is like
he's 33 right now, man. I don't think he's...
When he says he'll play for the league minimum, I think it's loaded like with incentives.
Yeah,
like
and not just that, he's going to be taking away a roster spot from a prospect. It's just the age game.
Yeah, but
it's nothing against Bauer as a pitcher.
He's not as a pitcher. He should absolutely be in the major leagues.
Of course,
as a pitcher, it's just fucked up,
Yeah, I mean,
he wants to play.
As I said, it's punitive, man. Even though he technically got cleared of the allegations, but
yeah, he beat the allegations.
Unfortunately, there wasn't the right thing to beat in the case of Aroldis Chapman and Marcell Ozuna. But we'll keep going here. Talanoa Hufanga is another 49er going to the Broncos, so really solid get for them if he can get back to health. Ryan Kelly on a prove-it deal with the Vikings. It's pretty solid. Here's the one that's hilarious to me. Dan fucking Moore got $50 million guaranteed. Dan Moore.
Is he terrible?
He gave up the most sacks in the league. He got eaten alive by Myles Garrett. Like, he was the guy that we all bitched about when Broderick Jones kept being forced to right tackle.
So
I know he's not as bad as we say he is, but dear God, $50 million guaranteed for him?
Is this like Evan Neal getting $50 million on the accomplishments that he's currently under? Like, he was a turnstile, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like he's not $50 million guaranteed worth. Nowhere near it.
Uche right now would be like, fuck it, I'm going in.
Uche would be like, he'd be laughing hysterically. He hates the fucking Titans.
Yeah. Uche would be so mad for that guy to get $50 million guaranteed when
when they got pretty much nothing. I mean, he made some money, but nowhere near 50.
Uche made some dollars during his career. I mean, he signed with the Cowboys, I think, for $11 million his last season.
I think like it was like
he signed a big deal.
I remember. Yeah. I know he got re-upped by the Jags. I know he made some money there.
Yeah,
because he was a starter by that point.
Ooh, Calais Campbell's still out there.
Well, he's 38. That's the thing. Amari Cooper, he'll probably get a job, but he's not the same. He'll probably be a slot guy. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's off the Cowboys. He's going to Seattle.
Chase Young, that's Leonardo
back to the
DiCaprio.
Saints.
That's what he likes to do.
He's the DiCaprio age, but the problem is, like, he's reaching that age where Leonardo DiCaprio ain't going to like her anymore.
Yeah,
25.
Bill Belichick already doesn't like him.
Here's my question. Why is Azeez Ojulari a free agent? Is he
I don't know.
Because he's just like excess goods, or what's going on? Because I know
he was like injured. He was okay. Like sometimes he's like Kayvon. Like sometimes he makes plays and then sometimes he just disappears. Sometimes he makes incredible plays. And then I don't think that they want to overpay for him when they could get something cheaper in the draft.
Yeah, true. Asante Samuel, same thing. I mean, he'll probably get a job somewhere, but probably the injuries. Robert Spillane got a solid deal, really good run stuffer, but I mean, Patriots are just throwing money around to get to the cap. De'Ami Brown, I mean, that's just, third, fourth string guy, $10 million. It's a job. Justin Fields going to the New York Jets, and all his fanboys are going to pretend he'll finally realize his potential. The thing about Fields, he's not a bad quarterback, but in the Arthur Smith system, he lost a lot of his impact plays, his explosiveness. And let me put you on a secret. Russell Wilson had more big play ability in that offense than Fields.
Yeah,
the moon ball.
Still has the moon ball. Yeah, Justin Fields does not have the moon ball, and
when he throws over ability, but he doesn't have the just throw.
He starts getting wildly inaccurate after say 20 yards, and that's trust me, he is a great athlete, and when he's using his feet, he's amazing. Athlete. But to be an NFL quarterback, you can't just have that. You have to have it all.
Oh, Terrell Pryor was a fantastic athlete. He couldn't quarterback the NFL level.
They turned him into a wide receiver, and they were like, fuck this shit. You run some routes.
Correct.
Here, what was the last?
Super.
Okay, that one.
Yep. Caleb Corson.
Found out I work with a former Met. He played in the minors in '87. Francisco Rodriguez. May the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes be won in Giants land. Oh, that's cool.
You could call him K-Rod and piss him off. Francisco Rodriguez.
Yeah. Dude, anytime you run into like a real former pro, they all like have something where you're like, damn, that guy probably did play minor. Like if you were to go out on a baseball field, they don't ever forget how to do shit,
Yeah, or they're just destroyed to the point where they can't play anymore.
I remember my high school baseball coach. He was like, "Yeah, I played in the minor." Or my first high school that I went to, he was like, "Yeah, I played a couple of seasons in the minors," and we were all like, "Fuck you, man! You didn't play in no minors." And then one time, we were doing soft toss, and he went up there with a bat, and we were like, "This guy's full of shit." And he check swinged the ball over the fence, he just half swung, and it fucking went over into the bowling alley, and we were all like, "We will never diss coach again."
Exactly, because the problem is he'd probably been out of baseball for about 20 years, but it's one of those things where you got to get back up to game speed, but you mostly don't forget, and if you have the right technique. I was able to finally get back out there today and start throwing and hitting off a tee again. It's 70 degrees. It's beautiful out here, but it's
oh my god, I worked out this weekend with my buddy on the men's league team, Alex, and we fielded grounders for about 10 minutes each, and we were both fucking sucking wind. I was like, holy shit, I'm fucking out of shape, dude.
It's not even out of shape. It's just I feel like I'm getting sore. It's just trying to get back into that sort of thing.
Yeah. David Thering, oh my god, Philly killed Kenny Pickett, you bastards, LOL.
Yep. Kenny Pickett going to Cleveland. Smith. I'm very sad.
Steelers, could you try to get Joe Milton? Oh, that would be interesting.
I mean,
the draft's going to be really interesting.
I think they're waiting, but the question is, what's Joe Milton going to cost? Because it feels like it's a Matt Flynn situation.
Yeah. That's the Patriots. Joe Milton,
correct.
Right?
Because Drake May's already their quarterback.
Yeah. Face it, Schlosser. Our only hope is to escape the flat circle is them pissing off Watt so bad he forces a trade, which gets Tomlin burned at the stake. They'll never fire Tomlin.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, TJ Watt's the only thing that makes this team relevant. But the problem is now Myles Garrett got $40 million a year. TJ Watt's in the final year of his deal. So he's going to be demanding $40 to $45 million. I mean, they might have to let him go.
Nah, he about to get paid. They're going to give him whatever he wants. Phantom Observer, a big plus with A-Rod going with the Steelers is he has the best chance of ending Tomlin's winning season streak, which could give Pittsburgh brain trust a
Here's the
necessary
problem.
shakeup.
It's their best chance of getting back to that point. That's the problem. It's going to be that BS. And the problem is, like, the Steelers need 4-13 like a man needs water in the desert. But it's probably not going to happen because it's just you need to just wipe everything clean.
Yeah. Because for as much as you shit on Tomlin, he is the master of going 9-8.
And it's just because it reasons out of his control. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Do you really think it's luck?
Well, it's a combination of things. It's high-end talent, too. TJ Watt wins you at least 3 games a year. Chris Boswell won them 2 last year.
I don't know how you guys manage to steal your way to wins. It's annoying
because
the Giants don't ever do that shit. Yeah. Ruben 27 Lozano, as a Texans fans, I feel Nick Caserio is trying to reach a LT draft pick, but in reality, I feel like this year LT draft won't be good enough for CJ. Yeah, I mean, you just got rid of Laramie Tunsil, though.
Yeah, I think the thing is they want to start Titus Howard at left tackle, which here's the thing. I mean, everyone's complaining about Kenyon Green. Kenyon Green was not good.
Yeah. Is that a position change for Howell?
Titus Howard? No, he was right tackle.
Howard?
Right tackle to left.
Okay.
So it is a position change. I think the thing, too, it's that they'll probably go
breaking news.
Interior O-line. Oh.
Breaking news. The Ravens have released safety Marcus Williams.
Ooh. Hopefully he misplayed that like the Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
He'll get signed somewhere. He'll be a vet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Mosley got cut too. Steelers have brought in Big Play Slay as well.
Slay.
Yeah, he's your replacement for Dante Jackson. So Dante, like, he didn't do well in the second half of the year. He's like Pat Pete was a couple years ago. Cornerback 2 is hopefully he'll do a job, and that's really all it'll be. Mm-hmm. Kenneth Gainwell instead of Najee. That's an interesting proposition. I wasn't a big Najee guy. I was like, take it or leave it with him. But Kenneth Gainwell that isn't really a power back.
This is good. Red Rhino, F1 is finally here. I can't wait to see how Ferrari screws up Hamilton's races. Also confirmed Cadillac is coming to the F1 grid next year. Oh, are they going to break down after like 6 races and just not even show up? Are their parts going to break? What the fuck is that? That guy lost a bunch of weight? Scroll up. What was that tweet?
Well, it's like, I was constipated. Now I just weeks to live.
Oh, no.
Letterman reposted that.
Oh,
well, it's New York Post, so who knows?
Oh, yeah. Just
could be like stomach cancer.
Yeah. Well, damn. That sucks.
Ghost Dog 814. Just finished packing up from my trip to North Carolina. 5, what are your thoughts on the Holland, Golston, and Slayton signings? I like them, IMO. What do you think?
I don't like Darius Slayton. He's like a pimple that just keeps showing up, you know. I mean, he is productive from the slot, but like Jalen Hyatt just being an absolute fucking bust, you know, that's why you have to sign Darius Slayton. So now it's Neighbors, Slayton, and Wandale. I think they might take, you know, someone that can run a route in the draft.
Correct.
But Neighbors is only going to get better as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, I think you got your wide receiver 1 right there. The question is, who's going to throw to him? That's your question.
It's going to be Cam Ward. The Giants are trading up, baby.
No, I mean, you're probably going to be Jackson Dart. That's my best guess.
Nick Kovac posting from his laptop 10 feet away says, you know, Favre has taxpayer money bet on Rodgers to Minnesota.
Oh, dude, and welfare money, dude. And they'll double that up and build another volleyball court.
Is Nick currently in your breakfast nook super
I don't know. He was next to me earlier. He just got here 15 minutes before showtime. Mm-hmm. But the thing there, it's that he's probably in a breakfast nook or in a living room, probably shit posting and all that stuff. Because I know he was supposed to get here earlier, but Scooter wanted him to do a thumb.
Oh, gotcha. Loving the moves my Vikings have made. If JJ McCarthy pans out, we could be special.
That's an if. You got to be
Collins.
careful. Could.
The Minnesota T should sign Bauer.
Twins aren't going to sign anybody. I mean, the problem is
they're
it's their RSN deals. Like a lot of teams have not signed anybody.
Hey, this is relevant to you. Sean Pinkerton can for $5.69, by the way. Nice. Can Eric Carlson play QB for the Steelers? I'm looking for literally any way for the Pens to rid that awful contract and keep Rodgers away as well. Didn't Carlson score the game winner in the game you went to?
Yeah, he gamed last night. Here's the thing. Like, I was with my girlfriend. Like, she had a teaching class that won a bunch of like she had like a special prize, so she was there, and they had to take the kids home because it was like getting late. They had school in the morning, so we left around 10 minutes left in the third. And I was hearing on the radio. Get to see it. Well, they Pence gave up a goal with 6 seconds left in regulation, so that's what they would have been like. Yeah, and then they won in overtime, and Eric Carlson won. I mean, the Pens they're on a winning streak. Tristan Jarry isn't complete fucking ass. Let's go.
I thought you're not allowed within like 100 yards of young children.
Well, I went incognito. I put a little fake mustache on.
Because that wouldn't raise suspicion.
Maybe. Guy incognito. A Zetter for 5. And I'm very interested in what the magnitude of meltdown that Aaron Rodgers will have when he's not signed by another team. I think it'll be epic. No, I think the situation is Aaron Rodgers holds out the cards and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly some team wants him. Clearly,
a couple teams want him.
Yeah,
and I don't agree with it, but I mean, they think they're gonna make them relevant, but I don't agree.
The only reason the Giants want him is to mentor whoever they draft, because the Giants 1,000% are.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers isn't a mentor, though.
America's reporting Rodgers to the Steelers. 2 years, $30 million.
No,
he's messing. He's
messing.
No. He's trying to bury McCocken.
No. I bring out the Jeebus. Fuck you and fuck your Aaron Rodgers. I hope your Bears lose for another 50 goddamn years. And that corpse of a woman that just died torments you for eternity. I love you, but fuck you. Don't do that. And Kevin Wong, who will Pickens and DK get the ball from? Oh, they'll fight.
What?
They'll fight Tomlin for it on the side.
They're saying it's true.
It's not true. No.
It's not.
No, it's not true because it would be here. AJ Dillon, Philly, Jude Bias. No.
I got notifications from Ari Miroff. So if Ari's not saying it, it's not true.
Yeah.
Ari knows this shit.
Shannon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing my following list, and I ain't seeing that shit.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Fuck you. We got a couple new members here. Sydney Sudlier. Bring out the Jeebus and Noble Demon Tim. We really need to do like a game night or some shit. Like we keep saying it, but we need to. Badly.
Yeah, we need to do some game night. After we get through these supers, let's do some Puck Doku.
Yep. And we're actually through. We got all that.
Oh, okay. Then are there any other moves that we need to analyze?
Yeah, we got a couple. Hassan Reddick, hopefully will not get pissed off for $14 million. Divine Diablo, the meme legend.
Yes, we made it happen. We made it happen. Mm-hmm.
Christian Fulton going to the Chiefs. So that's a decent little pickup. Jeremy Chin, keep your chin up.
Yes.
Levante David back for another year.
Representing
in Tampa.
the Asians.
Puna Ford.
Chin. He's not Asian, but he has the right name.
Mm-hmm. Mike Gesicki getting paid. Hollywood Brown getting paid again. But here's the thing. Xavier Worthy was accused of domestic violence.
Yeah, I know. Chiefs, I'm telling you, the Chiefs are having one of the worst off seasons of the teams. So are the Niners.
Feel like the
Niners are having an awful
offseason.
Titans will have Titans are in the front running now for having the worst team next year. When it comes to predictions time, Titans are going to be up there for worst team.
Of course, because they're just getting rid of people and they tried to buy too.
How do you feel about
getting
Najee?
The Steelers scraps. Najee, I was take it or leave it with him because I know he has over 1,000 yards rushing, but it like averages to 56 yards a game. It's like
What if he-
Tomlin's winning record. It doesn't mean anything. He didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he
What
was
if-
mostly short yardage, rarely bursted out. But as I said, my complaint when they drafted him was who's blocking for him, and they didn't really answer that question. So best of luck to you, Najee. I don't have a problem with you as a person, but it's just the circumstances, man.
What if he pulls a Saquon on you?
Then we blame Tomlin
Mm-hmm.
because his systems and offenses didn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, you had 2 years of Matt Canada, and you have a year of Arthur Smith. Or sorry, 3 years of Matt Canada. That'll ruin anybody. Jordan Lewis going to Jacksonville, Nate Hobbs and Aaron Banks going to the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So got some pieces there.
They made some moves, yeah.
Yep.
Chauncey Golston, yeah, I guess that's the replacement for Ojulari if he doesn't re-sign, you know.
Yep.
But,
Cody
like, how
Barton and
effective
Xavier
was it?
Woods.
Yeah.
They're going to the Titans. Jedrick Wills would be an interesting buy low candidate for somebody, but once again, it's the health issues that have been doing him in. It's a good tackle. He just can't stay healthy.
Gosh, sure.
I'm looking for famous Jameis.
Yeah.
I want famous
He's going back to the
Jameis.
Saints. He's going back to the Saints. He's going to be a steal.
He's going to want like starting opportunity. Russell Wilson and his Heinies are still available. Harrison Smith, but Harrison Smith might be retiring. I don't know. Hilton's still available, but he's 31. Dayo Odeyingbo going to the Bears. Pretty low-key signing for them. Andre Sisco, also known as the guy that Urban Meyer couldn't remember the name of.
Yes. That was
Going to the
a
Jets.
while ago.
It was 4 years ago, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Eric
Post-pandemic.
Stokes go very fast. I
Remember
Tom had a
5
big
years
meltdown
ago?
over that.
Where were
yeah.
you when the league shut down?
When everything shut down, that was yesterday. I was reminiscing about that. Where was I? I was sitting in at my house in Troy Hill. That's by the city. I was getting ready to go to the gym, and then I'm looking on Twitter, just like doing some work, getting some stuff done. And it comes out, it's just like I'm hearing the stuff about Oklahoma City and Utah. And I'm like, oh, okay, what the hell's going on there? And then Adrian Wojnarowski, it says the NBA suspended the season. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Him and Tom Hanks and his wife getting COVID.
Yeah.
And everyone panicked. I mean, I was looking at it from the side. I'm like, back in February, I'm like, I was a little worried about it, but I'm like, yeah, it's not going to happen here, is it? Like, I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
I think I had gone to like the grocery store or something and just gotten some basic shit. And then I didn't think about getting toilet paper or anything. You know, it was just like another day. And then I come, you know, but we knew something was happening. And then, yeah, the NBA shut down. And like an hour later, it was announced that school was canceled.
Yeah.
I
remember going to the grocery stores like over that weekend, like all the aisles were just empty. Like there was nothing there. Like chicken aisle, gone. Vegetables, gone. Produce, gone. Bread, gone. Milk, gone. Toilet paper, gone. And I'm sitting there like, I have never seen this before. I'm like, oh, shit.
Never.
Like I was taking pictures. Like I think I still have the pictures on there. Because it was just like, dear God. As I said, man, it's just the ironic part was I remember a couple weeks beforehand, I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? Oh, I actually need toilet paper. And I bought like a case of it. And then I didn't realize at the time I actually had like about a little over 3/4 to half a case of toilet paper. I forgot it was there. And it turns out toilet paper is royalty. And I'm like, best decision I ever made, accidentally buying a case of toilet paper. And my mom actually asked me to move in with her at the time. So I had just I was with her for a couple months. She was afraid to leave the house. So it was one of those things where I would put on like a P9, like a N95 mask or a P100.
Yeah, I mean,
actually put on. And
I remember when the COVID started, it was hard to find masks. Remember, like everyone bought all that shit up too, and everyone hoarded the masks. So I remember
I bought them earlier out of
store.
out of precautionary reasons. Like I had some N95s and P100 lying around, but once again, it was just out of precaution because I'm thinking like, you know, early February, I'm seeing this shit. It's like, you know what? I'll just buy some stuff. If it's worst case scenario, I'm prepared. I mean, if it doesn't happen, whatever. I have stuff to donate to a food drive. So that's what I was thinking. So the time to prep was actually early to mid-February. But the problem is most people didn't know about it at the time. Like they were seeing about it in China, but it wasn't really talked about unless you were paying attention.
Unless you were one of those conspiracy theorists.
And they turned out to be correct.
Yeah, they were right.
This is
Hey,
like-
Zater, I'm very interested in what the magnitude of meltdown that Aaron Rodgers will have. Oh, I think I read that one. Sorry.
Yep.
Kevin Wong, who will Pickens and DK get the ball from? We
Yep,
got two new members.
Yep. Well, we actually saw those earlier. And then we have
Oh.
Thomas Patrick. What are my Bengals doing?
We're watching Trey
Playing
Hendricks
chicken, and they are going to spend more money. Because Myles Garrett got $40 million. And if they want to make Jamar Chase the most expensive position player in football, non-quarterback, they've gone from 35 to 42. So congratulations. Noble Demon Tim, make a starting lineup of stat patters in these leagues: NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB, and MLS. Also, is Hal Steinbrenner going to outdo Artie and Nutting and cheapness? Oh, God, no. Artie, Hal Steinbrenner isn't even bottom 10. Yeah, it's Westbrook. I would say Embiid would probably be up there because he would vanish in the playoffs. Ben Simmons, like in his prime. NHL, you're looking
a fucking stat patter. Brett Hull
Mitch
would
Marner.
just hang out in one spot and just be
Marner
like,
would
"All right."
vanish. Like he's one of those guys. Gaudreau was like that for a bit, but he had a solid playoff before he left for Columbus.
NFL, one of the all-time. Kirk Cousins has been an all-time stat patter for a while.
2018 Ben Roethlisberger. That's my ultimate stat patter. They never ran the ball.
Peyton Manning, yeah. I mean, they would get down near the 6-yard line and Peyton Manning be like, "I'm going to throw."
Oh, you want a stat patter? Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah,
he wanted those stats.
Or who was it? Jamison Williams. He would vulture people's touchdowns. Like there'd be a whole drive, and then they'd put him in at the 2-yard line, and he would just walk in for the touchdown. Or Jerome Williams.
Padford.
Sorry.
Yep, Stat Padford's a good one.
Oh, Stat Padford's a good one.
Detroit's Matt Stafford. Oh yeah, total stat patter. Legendary stat patter.
MLB stat patter.
Ooh.
That one's tough. It's hard to.
People are gonna say Aaron Judge is like snark, but I don't agree with that.
Yeah, it's hard.
MLB is hard to stat.
You hit 50 home runs. Yeah, it's like, come on. I guess it's somebody that's like an all or nothing who's just swinging for the fences.
Joey Gallo. Then.
Yeah, it's Joey Gallo. He's just a fuck. Did you see that challenge the other day from Joey Gallo?
What? No.
The pitch was like right down the middle, and Joey Gallo's like, he challenged it, and the fucking ABS system was like right in the fucking dead middle of the plate. Adam Dunn as a stat patter, yeah.
Dunn was just slow. Like he couldn't play defense. He couldn't field.
Gosh, who's somebody that just struck guys out just for the fun of it? Like, I mean, Nolan Ryan lived for the K. He didn't really care for anything else. Yeah. And MLS, I don't even know. I can't even name a stat pattern.
I can't either. Same as soccer. Like, I mean, you can name most strikers as stat patterns there.
Yeah.
And also, not JFKH, most to least parody. NFL, NBA, MLB, or NHL. NHL is the most parody.
Yeah.
I would say.
You could be and year to year, you could be shit one year and good in the next year. But that can also happen in the NFL. Look what the Commander Skins did. NFL has a ton of parody.
Baseball had a decent bit of parody.
Yeah, but
I don't know about now. But it's like
there are teams in MLB that will never win a championship.
Yeah, I know the Pirates aren't going to do shit. The Rockies aren't going to do shit.
No.
NFL, like it varies. Like it's been deceiving the last couple of years because the Chiefs keep bullshitting their way to things. NBA, it
the
varies.
Rules are set up for the rules are set up for parity in the NBA, but then teams start intentionally tanking, like the Wizards.
Yeah, and they also the players want to dictate where they want to go.
Yeah, it's still happening.
Yep.
That era of the Warriors versus Cavs every finals for 5 years is not going to happen again.
I mean, hope not.
I would say the NFL has a just because every team eats in the NFL, and even the loser teams, it's only because of mismanagement that they can't win. It's not because of resources and effort. Like I don't know, but I would say MLB doesn't have much parity because of the luxury tax system, and there are
Well,
just some
not
teams
just
that are not
that,
going to win
it's-
a championship.
It's gotten worse because of everything that's happening around the league. The RSN deals, the teams getting cheap. I mean, labor negotiations. Like, there's going to be a lockout in 2027. If not because of what the Dodgers and Steve Cohen are doing, it's the RSNs. Like, a bunch of teams lost tens of millions of dollars in the blink of an eye.
Yep. And that's what gets people fired. All right, let's do some
Let's do some
Immaculate or
Puck
Puck
Doku.
Doku,
We'll do
and
Puck
then
Doku
Immaculate.
and then
Great.
Immaculate.
All
Yes,
right.
man.
Ooh, a flame and a
Boston.
Bruin.
I know this one. Kenny Agostino.
Oh my god.
Very old school. A former Penguins draft pick. And Calgary, Quebec. We can also do Quebec.
It's like watching
also
Rain Man
Calgary,
at
Colorado.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. It varies. Joe Colborne. Boom.
1%.
Calgary,
Flame and a
Ottawa.
senator.
Ooh, solid one here. I don't think Housley played for Ottawa.
I don't think so. Lindbergh
Didn't play for Ottawa. He acquired there. Yeah, I mean, your easiest one would probably be someone like, Dion Phaneuf. Like, that's your easy one.
yeah.
I would say
That's Sean. What's his name? Sean Avery's favorite, Dion Phaneuf.
Yep. Sloppy seconds.
Yep.
All the sloppy seconds. Ooh, this is an interesting one. I don't think Arvidsson played for Calgary. I'll come back to this one. New Jersey, Ottawa. Mike Peluso, Laurie Boschman. Trying to think of like someone like super obscure that just popped off and then came out. You know what? I'll do Laurie Boschman. Fuck it.
You don't think that's obscure?
Oh, I know one. Brad
1%.
Marsh. Brad Marsh.
Oh, 2%. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
great player.
I'm getting soft. I'm getting weak, my man. It ain't getting good.
An
Ain't
Av
getting
and a
good.
Devil.
Or an Av or a Nordique. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
An Av or a Devil, you could probably go.
Or a Nordique or a Devil. Yes.
Correct. I'm trying to think like who would work in this. Miles Wood, that's the easy one. I would say. Did Aaron Miller play for the Devils? I don't think
so.
Oh, Craig Wolanin. Boom. Devils, Bruins.
You got a ton of choices there.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Bobby Carpenter. You can go Jim Dowd. Not Jim Dowd, but I mean, he loved his old Bruins. Brian Gionta. Pavel Zacha.
Did Jamie Langenbrunner ever play for the Bruins? I don't think so.
I don't think. He played for... he might have. Trying to think.
Nah, he only played for the Stars, the Devils, and the Blues.
Alexei Kasatonov.
Jesus Christ.
Played very
2%.
briefly. Very briefly.
All right.
Lyndon Byers.
250 penalties and minutes for the...
Lyndon Byers.
Oh, my
Very old
gosh.
school.
All right.
Tony Twist. Boom.
Wow.
In Ottawa. Ooh. Yeah. Old face punches.
Who's an
They had a bunch of-
enforcer? Yeah.
Darcy Lowen? No, I don't think he played enough. Chris Neal's a super easy one. In career, you have to, it's the thing. It's career for a
It's a
team.
career. Do you think Eric Carlson ever got 250?
Probably
penalty minutes?
in his career. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, but that's probably...
Chris Neal's a super easy one.
I don't think Derek Brassard got 250 while being
No,
a senator.
I don't think so. Probably Chara, Wade Redden. I could see.
Alexei
Peluso, I
Yashin.
don't think he had 250. Yashin would definitely make sense. Daig.
Bashin Yashin. Alexander Daig. You're going to put Daig in there? No!
Crap.
You could have put anybody. All right.
I wanted to go. I wanted to gamble.
Yeah, you wanted to.
Mike Peluso.
Mike Peluso. What was he?
0.7.
0.7. Wow. Rarity score of 4. A 4.
Well,
The lower the
104.
better, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's do another.
Ooh, okay. Derek Bell for Met and
Met Blue Jay. Oh, yeah.
uh-huh.
Operation Shutdown. Derek Bell. I knew exactly what you're thinking. 0.2.
0.2%. Nice.
Very nice.
Gosh,
Jimmy Key?
Was Jimmy Key ever a Tiger?
Tiger. I mean, they had an old rotation back in the mid-90s. That's why I'm thinking he might. Let's do it. Damn it.
No. A Met and a sock. Gosh.
Ooh.
A Met and a sock.
Jose Quintana.
Yeah.
That's
Robin
too easy.
Ventura's the one. Yeah.
Robin
Ventura's
Ventura. Yonder Alonso. No, Yonder Alonso never played for the Mets.
No. Gosh, Met Hall of Famers. There's only like 2.
Well, Seaver, Ryan, Beltran.
Yeah. Carlos Beltran.
Mm-hmm.
Let me come back. Maybe Dennis Cook might have been a White Sox.
Shannon Stewart. What the fuck? I thought he was an all-star. Damn.
Yeah, Dennis Cook for Mets White Sox.
Dennis Cook is a solid one. Oh, yeah.
0.09%. Let's go.
Well done, dude.
Let's go.
I mean, if you're looking at Detroit and the White Sox, I'm trying to think who would be like a decent one there. Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to sift through everything here. Maglio Ordonez
is in the bag securing Hall of Fame, Alexander.
Oh, yeah. He's a legendary bag.
Oh, Maglio.
Sox, Bobby Bonilla would have been a good one.
For the most obscure Met Hall of Famer, I guess would be. I guess you would have to go with
Olerud?
Piazza.
Did Olerud make the Hall of
Fame?
He's not?
No,
okay.
Olerud's not in the Hall of Fame.
Jeff Kent? No, wait.
Jeff Kent is not in the Hall of Fame. The Mets only have a handful of Hall of Famers. You have
Seaver, Nolan Ryan.
Seaver. Oh,
John
Nolan Ryan, I guess.
Yeah, Nolan
Franco's
Ryan
not
would
in the
make
Hall
it
of
in.
Fame.
Beltran, I think he's probably one now.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays is a solid one. Good pick. 9%.
Yeah, 9%. People forget that he played for the Mets. Mm-hmm. All right. A Detroit Lion Hall of Famer would be like Al Kaline. Didn't Alan Trammell get in eventually?
Yep. Trammell made it in. Sweet Lou Whitaker didn't make it in, though.
Sweet Lou should be in.
He should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kaline's probably the right one to pick. 22%.
Yeah, that's a high one. Yeah. A Hall of Fame and an All-Star. How could you be one and not the other?
I mean,
Roberto Alomar.
You could be an All-Star. Yeah, Robbie Alomar.
Oh, 0.3%. Nobody picked him.
White Sox All-Star.
Ooh, was Bo Jackson?
Ray Durham.
Oh, that's a clutch one right there. And we only get one more guess. A Blue Jays All-Star was
I tried Shannon Stewart, didn't work. Ooh, Sean Green.
Nice.
0.7.
0.7. Wow. Okay, let's do football and then let's call it a night.
Yes, sir. Ooh, Commie Dolphin. Or Redskin Dolphin.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Fitzception's the easy one. Let's think of someone a little more obscure, though. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Tom Glavine's Hall of Fame for the Mets. You're right.
Mm-hmm, correct.
So was Oral Hershiser.
Yep.
I think Oral Hershiser.
Did Flipper Anderson play for the Dolphins?
No,
because he played for the Broncos. I know that. Not sure.
Flipper Anderson never played for the Broncos. It's got to be like some running back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Jason Taylor for Redskins and Dolphins. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Redskins and Vikings.
Terry Allen.
Yep. Nice, 1%. A
Kajana.
Redskin. Kajana Carter was a Commander skin?
Yep, he
I
was.
didn't know that. A Bengal and a Bronco.
Ooh, Bungle and a Bronco. Bronco and a Bungle. Ooh.
Was AJ McCarron ever a Bronco?
No.
You're right. Was Brock? No.
Trying to think here because like they didn't really sign anybody. It would have to be guys they released and then moved on.
Oh, Steve DeBerg was a Bronco and a Dolphin.
DeBerg was a Dolphin?
Yep. He backed up.
Did he play though?
Trust me. He did. He did. I'm telling you. Steve DeBerg.
Oh,
yes.
You're correct. Damn. I didn't realize he was a Dolphin. I know he was a 49er, a
Hey,
Chief,
backed up
a
Marina.
Buck.
Yeah, and a Bronco. He was the starter when Elway got drafted. That's what you get for obscure videos. Making
nice.
obscure videos.
Very, very nice.
All right. Ooh. Did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar get No, there's no way he had 5,000 rushing yards. Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams. Who was the running back in the 90s? Crap. Larry
They
Zonka?
never had good running backs. They never had good running backs though. Larry Zonka probably did, but I would go Ronnie Brown, but did he get 5,000? Yeah, that's a long career, 9 years. He had to have.
It's close.
He had to have.
He did.
Yes.
We're close.
Yes.
I mean, that had to be on the brink. 5,000.
AP, that's easy.
AP, Robert Smith.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's probably high percentage.
Yeah.
And a Bengal with a 5,000.
Did the
Corey
Dillon
Dillon
guy? Dillon, yeah.
Icky Woods did not get 5,000.
Yeah, I don't think he
was
got
a
5,000.
Flash in the pan, but Corey Dillon for sure. Gio
Bernard.
Yeah, Giovanni Bernard.
Really?
Oh no!
Not 5,000?
He had a 9-year career and he didn't get Cedric Benson. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is bullshit. I gotta look this up.
Bullshit. That's horseshit, man.
How many? What the fuck?
Exactly.
Did he get like 4,000? He only had 3,783 because he was never a workhorse back. That's why. Wow.
Jason Taylor for Redskins and Dolphins.
Yeah, that's
12%.
a high percentage one. All right, a Bronco and a Viking.
Zimmerman, I don't think
the
so. The right
Pasternak?
one
No, Josh Johnson never played for the
No.
Broncos.
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah. No, you fucking suck.
I
You're
do.
a bitch.
I am
A Bronco and a Bengal. Case Keenum. Is that?
Keenum
yeah,
never
Case
played for the
Keenum would
Bengals.
have been for the Vikings Broncos.
Yeah.
But or you could just do Corey Dillon for
Yeah, I'll do Case Keenum.
41%. All right, look
Wow,
up
wow,
who.
wow.
So there's not many Bengals that rush for 5,000.
Yeah. Corey Dillon, Pete Johnson, Larry Johnson,
Oh, Larry
Joe
Johnson.
Mixon, Rudy, and James Brooks.
Wow. Yeah, you didn't have much to choose from.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we made it. Did we miss any super chats?
We had a couple brought in there. Shy Guy
All right.
23751. Rodgers to the Steelers. Embrace it, Tree. No.
Embrace it.
Embrace.
Embrace.
Harrison
Embrace it.
Smith is re-signed in Minnesota.
Wow.
So he's coming back for
big
14th
news.
year.
Big news. Mhm.
And Tony Williams. What up, Five? Hey, Tree. Speaking in the NBA, in your opinion, why does the NBA suck so bad? Plus, I wish you make more NBA videos shitting on him. The problem with the NBA is it's analytics have turned it into doing nothing but chucking threes. And the problem is
Now, here's the
load
thing.
management. It's it's the cost of player empowerment, because now it's just you have a bunch of you follow players and not teams, and when like the players go somewhere else, there's no reason to follow the team. That's the problem.
No, I figured it out, bro. I figured out the very thing that can save the NBA is killing it. So the only way that the NBA can really get back to it's like there's always a shift, right? In
Yes.
back and forth and swinging. And this finesse league needs to swing back to being like a more physical
league, but the
but
players
they
aren't
won't
gonna
allow it
accept
because of the challenge system. Like every little ticky-tack foul can be challenged, and they can't undo that. So this is how basketball is going to look now from now on. This kind of pussified, non-contact, basketball, which is they've enabled this type of league, and the golden era of basketball can't come back because
it's never going to, because you have a different type
their
of
way
player.
out of it. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So that's my opinion. All right.
Yeah.
Shall we depart?
And one more for Deech, another member for 4 months. And 3 and 5 thoughts on Dallas being cup faves. Dude, that forward depth is sick that they have, man.
Yeah. They got a ton of parts.
Yes, sir.
They could make it this year. They could do it. They could win their cup. Breaking news.
Yep. Tylan Wallace back to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Special teams ace.
Back. He's back.
And Cam Jordan's back for another year with the Saints. So
oh wow, I thought he would retire.
No, I thought he was getting cut. But what do I know?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right.
The Saints aren't doing shit.
Well, everyone, thanks for
Crimson Huntsman.
Yes. No one's trading for Cousins.
No one's trading for Kirk Cousins. He's staying a
gonna
Falcon.
sit
He's
on
going to
that
be
roster.
holding a clipboard, collecting $10 million in bonus
And
money.
he might be clever enough to beat out Michael Penix in training camp.
I don't know about that.
Let's see.
Can't Scooter. Fucking Scooter.
Uh-huh.
You poor man.
All right. We will see you guys tomorrow. Actually, clickbait should be riding again, I think.
And I am hoping that Aaron Rodgers does not sign with the Steelers. Please.
I am hoping Aaron Rodgers please signs with the Steelers.
Sign with the Giants. Sign with the Giants.
Bad.
For the love of God.
For that
sign
news.
with the Giants. I do not want him on the Steelers. No.
Oh, they're saying that the Giants currently have a better offer. That means he's going to the Steelers.
No, he's going to the Giants. He's going to the Giants.
Uh-huh.
He is